Alright, we are back here. Let me again get all these switched around. So, like I said, a little bit of a switch on Punahou this game. Actually, let me... There we go. So yeah, a little bit of a switch on Punahou this game. Young J 808 will be in the jungle, as opposed to the Worst Smiter NA. He will be mid lane. They are swapping roles this game. Alright, looks like it's thunderstorming at my place. Hopefully my power does stay on, and, you know, Time Warner Cable does like to drop my connection at the drop of a raindrop. We'll see how it goes out here. Either way, just know I'll be with you guys as much as I can. So, Chensek gonna start the Sapphire Crystal in the top lane. Gonna get that early Tear the Goddess and have a little bit of extra damage. With that extra mana, that's one benefit of Rise, is that normally whenever a mage champion gets a Tear the Goddess, they have to wait for a power spike. While someone like Rise, he gradually grows more powerful as the tier stacks. Very useful to have a Tear the Goddess on Rise. Meanwhile, I Slam, therefore I am starting a Ruby Crystal. Gonna have a little bit of extra health up there, but no sustain besides the health pots. We'll see how that works out for him. As you can see, it looks like Chensek did go a little bit into the offensive, or not offensive, the utility tree. How much AP? He only has 7 ability power right now, so doesn't have too much in the way of offense. Went more on the utility. A lot of Koreans do that. I know Neon Tansu himself said he doesn't really like doing that, but I mean, can't really argue with Korean strategy. I know I don't, because I'd be wrong, because I'm terrible. But either way, Chensek gonna be following the Korean strategy. Lightning, Thunder outside. That'll be interesting to see how that works out. But either way, a little bit of a trade going on in the mid lane here. Dinksy and Young J 808 both starting on the south side of their jungle. Or no, both starting their red, rather. My bad. Both starting their red. So, just like the last game, they are going to be going opposite directions. Young J 808 going to be hitting the top lane pretty soon, which is going to be ideal because, like I said, Chensek doesn't really have much of an escape. I Slam, therefore I am. Doesn't really have too much of an escape either, but does have a speed boost and a slow. So that'll be interesting. Oh, Tails getting hooked right around Geeky Lizard. That was a very solid hook. Almost looked like it curved around Geeky Lizard. That was interesting. But either way, a lot of damage going on to Punahou's bot lane. Cherry Blossom and Boundless Summer already making effective, making their presence felt with that Thresh and Lucian combination. A lot of upfront damage coming out, a lot of burst, and yeah, they're feeling it right now. But either way, it looks like a Young J 808 not gonna go to the top lane, gonna go back to his race. Nice. Looks like Young J 808 does have a little bit more faster of a clear than Dixie. Or at least it seems like it, but they do have the same CS, so maybe I'm just talking out my ass. Either way, Young J 808 gonna make his presence felt in the mid lane, but Satchel Charge, Explosion just Satchel Charges out, or Satchel Snowman's out, I should say. So he's gonna be safe, and Dixie might be looking to find something as well. It's gonna be tricky to gank mid lane. Both mid laners have escapes. And looks like Young J 808 gonna find his way into bot lane here. There's a Dazzle going in onto Boundless Summer, but not much else happening here. So this is one benefit of being Rise, is that you can farm underneath a turret pretty effectively. As you can see, he's underneath turret, but Chinsek's still 3 CS up right now. Not really feeling the effects of being shoved underneath the turret. As you can see, his Q being on a low cooldown, especially combined with Rune Prison, is he does get a second lower cooldown on every ability whenever an ability is used. So I mean, his Q's up pretty fast. As you can see, like I said, he's not having too much trouble farming the turret, so I Slam, therefore I am. Gonna have to rethink his strategy here. And actually, Chensek doesn't want to trade inside the Flame Spitter, but he does get the better half of that trade. Meanwhile, though, another gank in the bot lane. Young J 808 trying to find blood. There's a hook onto Geeky Lizard. He takes a turret shot and a Piercing Light and Light Slinger passive from Boundless Summer. A lot of damage going down onto him, but a lot of damage going down onto Cherry Blossom as well. So both of them have to be pretty careful. Meanwhile, on the top lane, Chensek, he's running low on mana. He's spamming those Qs. And that is actually one downside of being able to farm in the towers. And when you have to do that, you have to use mana. So he's going to be a little bit short on mana. He's chugging a biscuit. Doesn't really help on mana, though. Doesn't help at all on mana. Actually, no, gives him 10 mana. So, yeah, that's something. But not really anything noteworthy. Either way, Young J808 going to go back. He did lose out on quite a bit of farm and jungle presence and other lane presence hanging out in the bot lane so much. Dinksy is making his way toward the top lane. Young J808 making his way toward that bot lane again. There's a lot of emphasis in the bot lane, but with how shoved I Slam Therefore I Am is in the top lane, he doesn't have a ward out. Dinksy could come out and gank him pretty easily, but I think he's just trying to play it safe, play it easy until he gets level 6, because his ganking potential becomes a lot more. And actually, I Slam Therefore I Am just put a ward in the tri-bush, so he's going to be safe for now, at least through there. And Young J808 gonna come back down bot lane again. Punahou does have a ward in the river bush, and they are way too shoved to be Punahou is shoving way too hard for a Young J808 to make an effective gank. Meanwhile, in the top lane, despite having a ward, there's a flash coming out from I Slam Therefore I Am, and an equalizer. Flash coming out from Chinsek to catch up for him. This may be First Blood going over to Chinsek. We'll see how it works out. First Blood actually going over to Dinksy. His Q did pick it up in the radius, so 2 flashes going down in the top lane, but First Blood and an assist going over to Roosevelt this time around. So that does set Chinsek ahead quite a bit. He's ahead in CS a lot as well. Haunting guys being picked up from I Slam Therefore I Am. And Chinsek does have a teleport available. He's going to go back, pick up his Tear of the Goddess. And, oh, actually get a Catalyst as well. Coming back with a lot of power. Going to start farming up that Tear of the Goddess early. And he's actually just going to walk back to lane. He's not even going to use his teleport. The lane is already shoved. There's really no reason to use a teleport. He's not going to miss out on any CS here. It's actually pretty much a pretty wise decision, keeping the teleport in the pocket. As Dinksy is level 6 now and maybe looking to gank that bot lane, clean it up, along with a teleport from Chinsek. That would secure a dragon for Roosevelt. Young J808 is going to make his way. Actually, it's around the bottom lane area, but either way, Chinsek didn't really trade too much there. I'm actually surprised. He does have the power to trade a little bit ahead there. There's Dazzle in on a Boundless Summer, but he gets out of there, no problem. And Geeky Lizard gets hooked for his efforts, and Teos is the target of Boundless Summer's onslaught, knowing that he's going to come up and try to retaliate the Geeky Lizard hook. There's Ace in the Hole going out. Does hit Boundless Summer, I believe. Might have hit Cherry Blossom. Either way, not really doing too much damage. It looks like Dinksy is going to make his way down to bot lane. He's going to be walking over a pink ward, but that didn't stop him from ganking top lane. Here's a flash and a miss. Cherry Blossom not finding that hook. Does use his flash for his efforts. There's Equalizer going on the the top lane though. Young J808 getting quite a bit of damage onto Chinsek, and actually I believe that was I Slam, therefore I am getting a lot of damage as Chinsek stood in the Equalizer for quite a long time, and with a Flame Spitter down there as well. It's a lot of damage going on Chinsek. This pretty much gave his life. Bad positioning on Chinsek's part, but almost took out Young J808, forced him to go back, and Chinsek does have that teleport available, so he's not going to miss out on too much, and he's still going to have the CS advantage as well. Does pick up boots also, and there's an explosion. A little bit of a Greston. There's a flash. Oh, but the ult from Hecarim not going to find its mark, and there's actually Deathmark and the Ignite. Couldn't get the word out from Worsmiter NA picking up a kill. I don't think that dodge was intentional from Worsmiter NA. That was just very coincidental timing. Ulting into Worsmiter NA as he ulted into Explosion. Therefore, not finding its mark. I probably didn't get any damage, and not getting the fear on Worsmiter NA either. That was very unfortunate for Dinksy. Either way, first dragon of the game gonna go over to Punahou. It's that mid lane dominance and driving Dinksy back, not having the ult. Did give the advantage over to Punahou, and they're gonna take that just like last game. shove and capitalize on every little mistake that Roosevelt makes. Just shove themselves ahead a little bit in gold. So I Slam, therefore I am, does have the the magic mantle. Gonna negate a little bit of the damage from the Rise. Cherry Blossom. Actually, Young J808 again focusing on the bot lane. He actually Dragon kicks Boundless Summer into his own tower. There's a very well-timed flash from Boundless Summer. Double kill going over to Teos. This whole Young J808 and Worst Smiter in A throwing me off. I keep forgetting who to call. But either way, Teos picking up a double kill, and in the bot lane, Dixie's going to be there to try to stave off the turret siege. Looks like he's going to be able to be successful on that one. He's pretty decent at wave clear. Does have the Elder Lizard to go with his Q and his W. Oh, he gets hit by a trap, gets dazzled, Ignite goes down, Geeky Lizard actually picks up a kill on Dixie. That was a pretty one-sided kill. There was Dixie just overstaying his welcome there, getting taken down a little bit. Essentially turret dive. So that was the first turret of the game going over to Roosevelt. Punahou, my mistake. So the calling coming out onto Geeky Lizard. He might actually pick up a kill on it. No flash from Geeky Lizard. Does get him out of the way. No flash from Boundless Summer, but a Descendants does land on a Teos, flashing him, flaying him back, and Exhaust goes down as well. This will be a kill. Going over to Cherry Blossom. Very surprised that he gave that one to Cherry Blossom. As Boundless Summer could use it right now, considering the other ADC has 2 kills. Either way, in the top lane, Chinsec getting a little bit of an insect there by Young J808. Dashing over to the ward, kicking Chinsec back into I Slam, therefore I am. So Team Synergy being a little bit stronger on Punahou, and that's allowing them to get quite ahead in this the second game of this best of 2. But either way, there's Ghost and ult coming out from Dinksy. I don't think he's going to catch him, though. That is the one disadvantage of a Hecarim. Actually, no, he may stick with them here. But for what cost? I don't know if it's going to be worth it. Equalizer is not up to secure the kill on Dinksy, but Dinksy melted pretty fast either way in the bot lane. Roosevelt trying to answer back that turret. Young J808 again showing his presence. And here comes the teleport from Chinsec. He's going to try to counter this somehow, but in the top lane, Dinksy actually fell too. I Slam, therefore I am. Deathmark going in onto Chinsec. Roosevelt just being in the wrong place at the wrong time every time so far. Punahou taking advantage. Like I said, shoving every little mistake that Roosevelt makes. And this is actually very surprising. I haven't seen Roosevelt seem this play like I guess I could say an uncoordinated team. They've been pretty solid this entire series. Of course, they have yet to be eliminated into the loser bracket. But Punahou trying their neither is Punahou, I guess I should say. And they're looking to be the first to defeat McKinley in the best of 3 match. Not McKinley, my belt, Roosevelt. And there's again Young J808. Solid work on his Lee Sin mechanics. Knocking Dinksy back into his death again. So, like I said, Punahou showing Roosevelt that they're showing up to this game and they want to win this tournament. Like I said, this is a best of 3. This is a best of 3, and Punahou did win the first game. Cherry Blossom. Oh, Young J808 going in hard. Getting hooked and then down to his death. Boundless Summer did pick up the kill, but not before Cherry Blossom fell to Worst Smiter NA. Either way, Chinsec getting harpooned to death in the top lane. Equalizer going to do quite a bit of damage as well. Andres is on I Slam, therefore I am, and he's going to have that damage over time. Quite a bit of damage coming out with the constant burns. Either way, Teos going to be aggressive upon here, maybe falling. But Dinksy actually ults away. He could have picked up a kill onto Teos. Explosion going to get a kill over onto Geeky Lizard, and a double kill. Picking up Worst Smiter NA as well. I Slam, therefore I am, though. Going to pick up top lane turret. That will be a second turret for Punahou going into this game. 2 turrets to 1 right now. 12 kills to 5, 23.8k gold to 20.8k gold, 3,000 gold ahead in favor of Punahou. Dragon is going to be up in 50 seconds. And this will be the second dragon of the game. First dragon was secured by Punahou. So either way, Chinsek, he's still having a little bit of trouble. Has the components for the Rod of Ages, almost has it completed. I thought that he was gonna have a little bit more of a positive time up there as a Rise versus a Rumble, but Young J808 making all the difference in almost every lane except for mid lane. Mid lane he hasn't shown too much presence until recently, which is mostly just to secure kills on Dinxie. And now he's actually in a bad position here. He has to flash away. Nothing much gonna follow it up though, and there's a death sentence. Not really gonna find its mark. So Bloodthirster being completed for Boundless Summer. That's the only item he has right now. Ooh, there's the ace in the hole. Even Dixie caught that. He doesn't have too much armor. Only has 2 cloth armors right now. Ace in the hole is still gonna hurt him quite a bit. Either way, in the mid lane though, Worst Smiter NA, oh there's a death sentence. Worst Smiter NA does have the single target damage, and it's going to go all the way on to Boundless Summer. He does have the Blade of the Ruin King, and then Teos picks up a kill onto Dinxie. Chinsek going to be in the mix of things here. Let's see if it's going to be enough. No, Teos does live. Worst Smiter NA picking up a kill, and this is Punahou pretty much dissecting Roosevelt right now. Oh, and the Sonic Coconut picking up a kill for Young J808 onto Boundless Summer as he was backing. That's unfortunate. And actually, it looked like Boundless Summer had vision on him as there was a ward in the area. And that's the second dragon of the game going over to Punahou right now. I believe Punahou is actually putting Roosevelt on tilt. Like I said, I haven't seen this entire tournament. And of course, if Roosevelt loses this match, they will be going down into the loser brackets, which means they have a chance to meet up with Punahou again. If Punahou wins this, they will be going on to the finals, guaranteed. We'll see how it turns out. It is 15 kills to 5. Punahou's 3 times the kills right now. It's not looking good for Roosevelt, but it's still early. This is before the 20-minute mark. Anything could still happen. And of course, we have a ticking time bomb in Rise. Even if you die as a Rise, you still have that Rod of the Ages. He's gonna ult and try to catch up to Ice Slam, therefore I am, but not gonna do too much damage onto him. Cherry Blossom gonna get in the face of Geeky Lizard, but he's taking quite a bit of damage. Dinxie on the backside here, and now Boundless Summer gonna pick up a kill onto Geeky Lizard. And there is the ult coming out from Dinxie. Not gonna do too much to deter Teos. Teos doesn't have much in the way of mana. He's gonna get taken down by Dinxie. But Worst Smiter NA here, maybe looking to clean up something, but it's 4v2 right now. Young J808 misses Sonic Coconut, and Worst Smiter NA just gets locked down to oblivion. That was a very overzealous move, and it's cocky mistakes like that, shoving, like taking your lead for granted and just giving kills over like that. That's what's gonna balance this game back out in favor of Roosevelt. Punahou members have to be careful of that to not get overzealous. Play their cards right and don't overstay their welcome or try to engage in 2v4s or 1v4s, as that was actually because Young J808 misses Sonic Coconut. But either way, things like that right there. I mean, Ice Slam, therefore I am, does have control of that top lane still, but Chinsek does have a lot of power. Like I said, Rise is a ticking time bomb, so anytime he uses a skill, he's getting stronger. The Rod of Ages making him stronger, and he half health Ice Slam, therefore I am, with just a few, about 3 or 4 skills. It's not that much, especially in Rise's case, because he is more like a Gatling gun of abilities. I mean, Punahou needs to not get cocky. They need to stay focused. Excuse me, I had to take a little drink there. I'm actually out of water now. So either way, I mean, like I said, Punahou, they need to remain calm, stay focused here. But that being said, they are still heavily in the lead right now. So 2 turrets to 1, 15 kills to 8. The gold's closing itself a little bit, but with mid lane turret going down in favor of Punahou, just came up a little bit more. But Young J808 getting caught out there, and actually Dinxie misses his ult. Worst Smiter NA gonna go in hard and then flash right back to his clone. Very clever play, and Young J808 gonna get caught out, but he's gonna safeguard over, still go down to Dinxie. Worst Smiter NA have to flash over the wall. There's a flash coming out from Cherry Blossom as well. Boundless Summer pretty much just 1v1'd Teos in the bot lane, though. So, like I said, it's still anybody's game. I mean, there's obviously still power coming out from Roosevelt. They just need to play it right. They've been able to get 5 kills in the last 5 minutes compared to Punahou has gotten none. So, like I said, Punahou, like I said, getting a little cocky, overstaying their welcome, being in the wrong place at the wrong time, venturing into the enemy jungle without wards and getting caught out. They are winning the objective lead, the objective game though. And overall, that is what matters. And I mean, still, they are up in kills. So we'll see how it turns out for him. Dragon was taken just a few minutes ago, so it shouldn't be too much longer till it's up. Either way, yeah, there you go, 2 minutes. Good job, Fekaz. Either way, 3 turrets to 1 right now in favor of Punahou. And yeah, I think they're just gonna hang back and farm a little bit. They realize he's overzealous, kind of arrogant moves, getting the best of them a little bit there, not doing them very much justice at all. And just like this, Young J 808, he's being caught out again. He does kick Cherry Blossom away, but Dinksy is there. He has his ult, choosing not to use it yet, even though he probably could. Nobody's there to stop him. Could have secured a kill on that one, but with that lack of vision, they didn't know where Worst Smiter NA is or was the bottom lane was either. But either way, Young J 808 still gonna get taken down by Boundless Summer, and Worst Smiter NA also gonna be taken down as well, getting a double kill going over to Boundless Summer. Dinksy not gonna die, not gonna fall this time, and Roosevelt picked up another turret, 2 extra kills there, and they're coming back into this game. I slam, therefore I am. Back in a bad position, getting caught, and another kill going over to Roosevelt. And Geeky Lizard also going to fall. That is 4 kills for nothing, along with the turret. Roosevelt, they're crawling back into this one. More like fighting their way back into this one, bashing holes back into this one. No problem. Inner mid lane turret going down in their favor. They have evened up the turrets. The gold is actually in their favor now. Teos being caught out, almost being caught out in this jungle. Just to think about, oh, there's actually Young J 808, but there's a death sentence onto Teos, and Boundless Summer, the power coming out from him. He has 2,600 in the bank right now. He has just a Sheen and a Bloodthirster, but AD ratios on a Lucian proving a little bit too much right now, and the kills are evened up. Roosevelt's back in this. Dragon is up, and let's see. Yeah, I'll say both of them are on their rewards from both teams here. Might be looking for a steal from Young J 808. Does have the vision. There's Equalizer going down. But yeah, the Dragon does go over to Roosevelt. They're gonna drive back the forces of Punahou right now. So yeah, like I said, Punahou getting a little bit cocky in there early on. I've said it once, said it like 3 times already. Might as well say it again. They overstayed their welcome, got a little arrogant, and now Roosevelt is in this game, leading in gold, and even in objectives. Probably actually ahead in objectives. I don't know how many dragons have been gotten so far, but they're back in this one. So it looks like Last Whisper actually being picked up immediately from Boundless Summer. Gonna try to, oh, there's actually a pause coming out. Excuse me. Looks like we might be having some connection problems of some sort here. But either way, Boundless Summer, yeah, picking up a Last Whisper up front, just in the going back with all those kills. He's 7-2-5 right now. He's in a very, very good position. And Cherry Blossom's been a huge assistance in all of those. He's been landing some really good hooks, being there for his team. He's been doing phenomenal. And Chinsek trying to make his way back into this one. The big thing about this in that top lane, despite Chinsek losing, it's like Worst Smiter NA having a little bit of connection trouble. Despite Chinsek losing that top lane, he's ahead a lot in CS, and that's actually translated over to having more gold than I Slam, therefore I am. It's a very surprising turnout right now. I did not expect this 10 minutes into the game, almost, like I said, even 15 minutes into the game. But either way, we're gonna wait for the for their internet connection to clear up. I am gonna grab some water. I'll be right back, guys. Alright, I am back, but it looks like Worst Smiter NA is not. So yeah, as I was saying, despite Shinsek losing that top lane, excuse me, despite him losing that top lane, he's ahead in gold right now, and doing pretty well on items. So he's coming back. I mean, he's 0-5-3, but I mean, he's doing what he needs to. And what's his tier at? His tier's at 509. He's almost hit that power spike. It's approaching mid-game. He's almost hit the mid-game power spike that Rise has. And despite, like I said, dying early on, so long as Shinsek can position himself properly as Rise, because that is extremely important as Rise, as long as he can position himself properly, he's going to be a huge force come about 30 to 35 minutes. And Punahou is going to regret not closing out this game earlier, if that's the case. Meanwhile, though, like I said, in the mid lane, Worst Smiter NA has quite a bit of damage to him. He has Last Whisper, Blade of the Ruin King, and Brutalizer. He has a lot of single target damage going on. And, oh, excuse me, I actually had a little bit of a hiccup there. Either way. So he's going to be hurting even Dinksy, who has a Randuin's. Other than that, there's not too much resistance on the team of Roosevelt right now. They are still building toward it. Of course, Explosion on the Ziggs does have the Zanyas and the things that Holy Grail give him a little bit of resistance. But he's not going to be worrying too much about magic damage, I don't feel, unless he gets hit by an Equalizer. That's actually a tricky thing about playing a Ziggs against a Zed. That, well, yeah, it's very beneficial. You're going to need Azania's, that arm guard. Seeker's arm guard, that's what it's called. You're going to need that Seeker's arm guard against Zed because it gives you the extra armor. But with going that route, you neglect the Chalice of Harmony, which allows you to throw more bombs at him because it sustains your mana. So it's kind of a tricky itemization decision to make in the mid lane as a Ziggs. Yeah, because you kind of have to use like a double-edged sword. To get one benefit, you have to give up another one. But with that being said, it's about 24 minutes. I'm going to rest my voice. And since I am solo casting this, I might go to a game 3. I'm going to rest my voice. And we're just going to wait for Smiter NA to get back into this one. Alright guys, incoming 8-bit Daft Punk. like it's back on. Let me turn this off. There we go. So then I believe at 10 minutes, per the rules, Roosevelt was allowed to request an unpause, and that's what happened. And they're going to shove in the advantage here because it is now essentially 5v4 at this point. Or Smiter NA, I don't think that he came back. So there's a very long distance landed by Cherry Blossom, and Geek Blizzard going to be taking quite a bit of damage out of it. And even a bouncing bomb to follow it up. Dinksy going to try to follow in, but I mean, Roosevelt's kind of at the position they were earlier, that Punahou was at earlier. They're at the advantage. They have a huge advantage right now. They cannot be cocky like that. I mean, I slammed, therefore I am. Just got a double kill off of that. Of course, the Nexus, or the inhibitor turret, mid lane inhibitor turret, did go down in favor of Roosevelt, and now Teos going to be aggressed upon. Explosion does pick up the kill on that one. Young J 808 trying to protect her, but not going to be enough. And there's a flash coming out from Balanced Summer, along with a follow-up flash from Young J 808 to get out of the way over the wall. He has a ward there, so he can safeguard just in case. And he actually gets in the face of Balanced Summer, which is not what you want to do, because Balanced Summer is extremely powerful right now, even despite the 4v5 or whatever it is.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
So Jinsek, again, can't blame Roosevelt for taking advantage of, whatever is happening at the moment for internet connection. They waited their 10 minutes. That is part of the rules. They are just going to play the game out normally, and they did take the top lane turret. Anyway, a Phage being picked up by Balanced Summer. Looking to complete that Trinity Force. I almost said Infinity Force, but that is not right. That Trinity Force, there's a hook onto a Wraith actually, but it might be enough to engage onto MJ808. There comes the equalizer, pretty solid equalizer at that. Teos does pick up the kill there. Chinsek going to be teleporting in, doesn't cancel it. Explosion, a little bit down on health, but a long range zigs. There's an ultimate from Dixie, and the Mega Inferno Bob coming out, going to catch all three members of Colleen as well. Chinsek does pick up the kill onto their Ice Slam. Therefore, I am. So the numbers game playing in the favor of Roosevelt right now. Not much that Punahou can do about it at the moment.
Blue team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
Let me actually. So yeah, sorry about that. Ace in the Hole comes out and actually finds Explosion, but is not powerful enough to kill him. Only a Bloodthirster and a pickaxe behind that right now. And a Doran's Blade and a Longsword. That's a little bit of damage, but not enough either way. Explosion still has a barrier up. Dragon is going to be up in 1 minute 50 seconds. Game going back. The mid lane inhibitor. Is the inhibitor down? Yeah, mid lane inhibitor down. Sorry about that. Didn't catch it. According to the rules. Oh, it looks like Worst Smiter NA is back. Maybe a little bit too late for Punahou at this point, but I mean, Roosevelt came back into it, being down very early. Punahou may also be able to do it. So let's see how much gold that that's 920 some gold. Not really that much in the pocket of Worst Smiter NA. Didn't get too much out of it. Explosion. Very well placed Salcher charge, and Descent's just barely missing. So despite Worst Smiter NA coming back, yeah, there he is. So he is back. He looking to make his presence felt, I believe. I would assume so. He's still sitting on the fountain. We'll see how it plays out here. Either way, 4 men strong in the top lane for Roosevelt. Chinsek split pushing without the teleport up. Looks like Horse Smiter NA is actually going to go face him. Don't know if that's a good idea. I think Chinsek does have the power to kill him, but either way, Destin's landing on HJ08. Young J808. That was a fantastic, beautiful equalizer, but it's all for nothing. A little bit too much damage coming out of Explosion. Did get the double kill on that one. Young J808 trying to get in the face of everyone here, but not going to find their mark. Legendary Balance picks up the kill onto that one. Teos going on to getting exhausted down onto Explosion. Going to cut him off. And yeah, meanwhile in the bot lane, I didn't see what happened, but where Smiter NA is, he is half health, so he did not win the trade with Chinsek. Like I said, Roosevelt just going to shove in here. They're shoving in from both top and bottom. Not too much that Punahou can do to answer back to it at the moment. Either way, ping's going down. Dragon is up. Looks like Roosevelt may be swinging around to secure the dragon. Nexus turrets are still up for the top and bottom lane. Of course, the mid lane is down. Young J808 not finding himself in a good position there. Actually does not get that ward in the bush. But it is a ward to safeguard too, nonetheless. Oh, and Cherry Blossom launched himself over the wall, but Chinsek is there. And there's Boundless Summer riding the Thresh Express right over the wall with him. He's going to do the culling onto I Slam, therefore I am, picking up another kill. He's 10-2-12 right now, helping just as much as he's killing. And Death Mark coming out from Horse Smiter NA, but he gets locked up. He transports back. Ace in the hole does get the shutdown, going over to Teos. Horse Smiter NA gotta dodge the hook, or actually I don't even know if he meant to dodge that, but either way, hook's not going to land. He's going to just shadow right over the wall and be out to safety. So the Trinity Force has been completed on to Boundless Summer, but he just picked up a BF sword as well. So a lot of power coming out from Boundless Summer. Definitely has the most gold in the game at 1269 right now. Well, 12,690, my bad. It's a little bit late over here on the continental US on the East Coast. But I'm going to stick with you. No problem, easy peasy, easy life. Don't have to work in the morning. Lucky Fekes. We got it. So it looks like Punahou going to try to take advantage of all the vision around Baron. Might be trying to set something up here, but they don't have the power to do it. It's only Geeky Lizard and Young J808. Young J808 gonna land a Sonic Coconut and the Resonant Strike onto Cherry Blossom, but really not much happening out of it. Teos gonna be locked down and then flash right into a bomb. Mega Inferno bomb from Explosion or Smiter NA. Not finding too much to Death Mark to.
Blue team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
This may be in. Looks like they're going back to the same strategy they had before. 4 men strong in one lane while Chinsek split pushes in another lane. And it looks like Punahou going in hard. The equalizer is thrown out. There's a lot of damage going down on Dixie. I Slam, therefore I am, does pick up the kill, but he actually gets out as well. The Boundless Summer barely touched, and that's who you need to get, but there's a lot of power coming out from Roosevelt. A lot of protection coming out on the Boundless Summer. So it's going to be hard for him to actually be taken down. And the Nexus turret does go down along with 2 deaths.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
There's the bot lane Nexus turret, and they are going to pick up the Nexus as well.
Blue team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
So those are 2 Nexuses down. Nexes. Either way, mid and bottom Nexus. I'm saying Nexus, I mean an inhibitor. My bad. Either way, the Nexus turrets are going down, and now the Nexus itself is going down. And we're going to go into a game number 3 in this best of 3. This is the first best of 3 I have casted in a long time.